The Los Angeles Rams are facing a window that could define not only the franchise's present, but also its medium-term future. On one side, a veteran who has proven capable of carrying the team to the top. On the other, an open gap that could jeopardize all that effort if not filled urgently. The big question is, do the Rams have the courage and the competence to make the right decisions before it's too late? If you want to understand why this season could be all or nothing for the Los Angeles Rams, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and come with me until the end. The name of the moment is Matthew Stafford, the 36-year-old quarterback, Super Bowl LVI champion, and key piece in the Rams' recent rebuild, decided to stay in Los Angeles despite more financially advantageous offers from other teams. A move that surprised many analysts, but upon closer inspection reveals the franchise's clear ambition to win now. Stafford signed a 2-year extension that runs until the end of the 2026 season, coincidentally aligning with the contract of another offensive star, Davante Adams. This contractual synchronicity is not accidental. It precisely outlines the 2-year window that the Rams front office has to go all in for a new title. And according to Tyler Sullivan of CBS Sports, this could be Stafford's last gasp as a professional player, but also his best chance to add another ring to his resume. Sullivan highlights that Stafford nearly left the Rams this past offseason. The veteran spoke with other franchises, considered other routes, but ultimately chose to stay in Los Angeles. The reason? The competitive project. The team believes that even with the quarterback entering the season at 37 years old, he still has enough fuel to lead a roster that is being carefully molded for another Super Bowl run. However, this vote of confidence comes at a price, and that price is risk. The main fear, both within the front office and among the more attentive fans, is the specter of regression. With age comes a decline in performance, and with a decline in performance, the window closes. Stafford has been dealing with this threat for at least 2 years, grappling with injuries and physical fluctuations that have directly impacted the team's performance. But those who think he is in total decline are mistaken. On the contrary, last season showcased a Stafford who was still extremely effective, capable of manipulating defenses, throwing accurately downfield, and leading decisive drives. The Rams not only believe in his talent, but have also built a more solid offensive line and invested in experienced and versatile receivers to make his life in the pocket easier. Additionally, the presence of young talent in the franchise, especially on defense and among the receiving core, provides extra security. Even if Stafford chooses to retire after 2025, the foundation for the future is being built now. But this same foundation currently depends on Stafford's stability and leadership. There is no immediate plan B. The success of the Rams in the next 2 seasons is directly and absolutely tied to the health and performance of the number 9 jersey. From the fans' perspective, the feeling is ambiguous. There is excitement about having an experienced, reliable, and winning quarterback leading the offense. But there is also anxiety knowing that any hit could end this era for good. And unlike other franchises that have young options to develop, the Rams have opted to go all in again. Stafford is the pillar, the calculated risk, and the symbol of this bold bet by the front office. In the end, Matthew Stafford's stay is much more than a simple contract renewal. It is a statement. A message to the entire league that the Los Angeles Rams are betting big, perhaps for the last time in this configuration, to compete for another ring. And with the arrival of names like Davante Adams and the consolidation of talented youth, this plan is not just ambitious, it is possible, and it's now or never. But even with this offense ready to compete at a high level, there is an essential part of the team that is dangerously unprotected, and the recent market movements have only highlighted this fragility. The absence of Jalen Ramsey in the Rams secondary has been felt since his departure to the Miami Dolphins. But with the recent trade of the All-Pro to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the feeling left in Los Angeles is one of a missed opportunity. Ramsey was available. He is still playing at a high level, and the Rams have an urgent need at the cornerback position. The equation seemed simple, but it didn't happen. While the Steelers bolstered their defense with an elite veteran, the Rams remain without a reliable piece in the most vulnerable area of their defense. And that is a huge problem, because unlike the offense, where Stafford leads a talented and well-adjusted roster, the Rams secondary is, today, the weak link that could jeopardize everything. In light of this, alternatives in the market gain urgency, and the main one goes by the name of Rasul Douglas. The former Buffalo Bills player, Douglas Douglas is a physical, aggressive cornerback with the wingspan to contest passes and solid presence against the run game. According to ESPN, he is the best cornerback still available on the market, and his style fits perfectly into the zone system used by the Rams. In 2023, he had 5 interceptions, 1 return for touchdown, and 5 passes defended. Numbers from a player who still has much to offer. Another interesting name is Asante Samuel Jr. The former Chargers player is only 25 years old and is coming off a season limited by injury, but his numbers don't lie. 6 interceptions and 26 passes defended in 4 NFL seasons. His athleticism, versatility, and familiarity with the city of Los Angeles make him a valuable piece that could be signed for a relatively affordable price. He is not a safe bet like Gilmore, but he is a high upside gamble. Speaking of Gilmore, the former Defensive Player of the Year is also available. At 34, Stephon Gilmore still produces at a high level when required in man coverage. Last season, he recorded 56 tackles, 1 interception, and 9 passes defended with the Vikings. But beyond production, Gilmore would bring something the Rams desperately need: leadership and experience. He would be a heavyweight name, capable of guiding young defenders and providing stability to a unit currently lacking direction. If the path is not through free agency, the Rams could also turn to the trade market, and that's where names like Greg Newsome II from the Cleveland Browns come into play. Young, athletic, and entering the last year of his contract, Newsome could be a victim of the Browns' complicated financial situation. It's exactly the type of situation a savvy franchise takes advantage of, and the Rams, if they want to compete seriously this season, cannot afford to wait. Another name being speculated is Jalen Watson from the Chiefs. With the arrival of new reinforcements and the need for Kansas City to renew with McDuffie, Watson could become available. At 26 years old, he is a potential starter who could immediately elevate the Rams' defense. And if the idea is to bet on a versatile player, Amik Robertson from the Detroit Lions also appears as a viable option. He has had good performances against elite receivers like Justin Jefferson, but could end up being traded amid Detroit's roster reorganization. It would be a strategic addition, especially in the nickel. The central point here is this: if the Rams truly believe they have a legitimate chance to return to the Super Bowl with Stafford, Adams, and company, they cannot enter the season with this evident fragility in the secondary. Options exist. Some are expensive, others more accessible, but all are better than what the team has today. Ignoring this gap is flirting with failure. It jeopardizes an entire project due to a neglected position. And if the Rams front office has truly learned from recent mistakes, now is the time to act with aggression and intelligence. Just as they did in 2021 when they built an elite defense and went all the way. The scenario for the Los Angeles Rams in 2025 is both promising and delicate. With Matthew Stafford renewed and motivated, the team has the right quarterback to lead a new title run. But if the front office does not resolve the chronic problem of the secondary, this run could end before it even begins. Stafford's stay is a vote of confidence, but that confidence needs to be reciprocated with concrete reinforcements on the other side of the ball. Question for the fans: do you think the Rams should have gone after Jalen Ramsey again? Or is there another corner on the market that would solve this headache on defense? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share your opinion in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content about the Rams this decisive season. See you next time.